I didn't mean to step aboard
This
her
is our
ship.
chance to secure the
Honestly,
sector.
I thought
Are
it
you
was
ready?
just an abandoned transport craft hidden in the shadows of the docking bay. Nothing more than a relic waiting to be scrapped. The spaceport on Ganymede was known for its derelict vessels, rusting hulks stripped for parts by desperate scavengers. I'd slipped past the gate after my shift, curiosity pulling me deeper than I should have gone. My life until that night was boring. I was a dock worker, hauling crates under Jupiter's crushing glare. Adventure was something that happened to other people, the kind who didn't worry about rent or oxygen credits. But the ship wasn't abandoned. The hull was sleek, obsidian black with faint silver veins pulsing like veins beneath skin. It looked alive, as if it breathed with the station's recycled air. The ramp was down, glowing faintly, inviting. I stepped up, telling myself I'd just peek. The interior hummed with strange energy. Panels curved in fluid lines, not the sharp angles of human engineering. The walls shimmered like water held in place by invisible hands. My boots echoed on the metallic floor, and I swore the ship itself listened. Then I heard the voice. "You're bold, stepping where you don't belong." Froze. The voice was low, smooth, carrying a resonance that vibrated in my chest. From the shadows near the cockpit she appeared. An alien woman. Her form was humanoid but taller than me, with long limbs and skin that glowed faintly violet under the ship's lights. Her hair floated as though underwater, strands of silver gold shifting with her every move. Eyes. I couldn't even decide what color they were. Sometimes blue, sometimes green, sometimes the entire galaxy at once. And she was smiling. Sorry, I stammered. I thought this ship was abandoned." She tilted her head, studying me like one might examine a peculiar insect. "And yet you walked inside. Brave or foolish?" "Mostly foolish," I admitted. "I'll leave, I didn't touch anything." The ship suddenly shuddered, engines thrumming to life beneath my feet. I staggered, gripping a wall as the floor shifted. The ramp closed behind me with a hiss. "What's happening?" shouted. Her smile widened. "You boarded my vessel. That makes you mine now." Before I could protest, the stars outside the viewport blurred. We launched into the void. The middle, the flight. I dreamed of leaving Ganymede, but not like this. Not trapped on a living alien ship with a mysterious pilot who claimed ownership over me. Her name, she eventually told me, was Zillera. She belonged to a species called the Turn, wanderers of the deep reaches where human maps turned blank. Her people's ships weren't machines, but symbiotic organisms, grown and bonded with their pilots. "And now," she added, reclining in the cockpit's organic chair, "my vessel has bonded with you as well. It tasted your presence when you stepped inside." "That sounds bad," I said. "What does that mean for me?" Her eyes glittered. "It means escape is impossible. You are linked to us. From now on, you are mine." I swallowed hard. "That sounds like kidnapping." "It is destiny," she corrected. The days that followed blurred. Space stretched into infinite darkness, punctuated by burning stars. Zillera was both terrifying and fascinating. She commanded the ship with gestures, her fingers weaving patterns in the air that made the vessel respond as though it were her own body. She taught me slowly how to feel the ship's pulse beneath my hands, how to sync my breathing with its rhythm. Against my will, I felt the bond grow. When she wasn't navigating, she asked questions about Earth, about humanity's fractured colonies and petty squabbles. She laughed at our obsession with money and borders. "You live on scattered rocks, fighting over scraps, while the stars remain untouched," she said one evening, her smile softer than before. And I, foolish human that I was, asked her about herself. Her people, she explained, had been hunters once, chasing prey across nebulae. Over millennia they'd evolved into explorers, seeking meaning in the silence between galaxies. Few turn remained. Each bond between pilot and ship was sacred. To share that bond with an outsider, with me, was unthinkable. And yet, the ship had chosen. Maybe it was a mistake, I offered. Or maybe, she said, her gaze lingering on me, it was fate. Trouble among the stars. Fate, however, wasn't peaceful. On the 5th day, alarms rippled through the ship like a heartbeat quickening in fear. Zillara's expression darkened. Hunters, she hissed, peered through the viewport. 3 ships emerged from the black, their jagged hulls painted with crimson markings. They weren't like Zillara's living vessel. They were crude, brutal machines bristling with weapons. Pirates. Yes. Worse, she said. Ravagers. They devour living ships, strip them for flesh and energy. They've tracked us. The Ravagers hailed us, their transmission filling the cabin with static and guttural laughter. Vessel. Surrender your ship. We'll let you keep the human. My stomach dropped. They knew about me. Zillara's eyes burned. Over my dead body. The battle was chaos. The living ship twisted and danced like a predator, weaving between blasts of plasma. Zillara moved with it, her hands sculpting the air, her body swaying as though dancing with the vessel itself. I tried to help, gripping the controls she'd shown me, feeding the ship my own pulse. For a moment, impossibly, I felt the ship's consciousness brush mine, vast, alien yet welcoming. Together we struck back. The ship released tendrils of light that sliced into the Ravagers' hulls. One enemy ship exploded in a flare of fire. Another spiraled away, crippled. But the third slammed a harpoon into our flank. The ship shrieked, a sound that pierced my skull. Pain seared through my body. The bond made me feel the wound as if it were my own. Collapse. Zillara knelt beside me, her face inches from mine, urgency in her voice. Stay with me. The ship needs you. I need you. Through the haze of pain, I reached for her hand. Our bond, the ship's bond, it all blurred together. Energy surged. With a roar, the living vessel ripped free of the harpoon and unleashed a final blast that shredded the Ravager into molten debris. Silence returned. We drifted among the stars, battered but alive. The bond deepens. In the quiet aftermath, Zillara tended to me. She pressed her palm to my chest and warmth spread through me, the ship healing me through her touch. You fought well, she said softly. No human has ever done what you did. I didn't have much choice, I joked weakly. Her smile returned, faint but real. Perhaps not. But the ship has accepted you. And so have I. That night, if you could call it night in endless space, I lay in the crew quarters, staring at the ceiling that pulsed like a heartbeat. I realized something terrifying. I didn't want to go back. Ganymede, with its endless shifts and gray corridors, felt like another life. Here with Zillara, every moment pulsed with meaning. And yet doubt gnawed at me. Was I truly free? Or was I just a passenger caught in her web, bound by forces I didn't understand? The return. Weeks passed as we traveled through forgotten systems. She showed me nebulae that shimmered like stained glass, planets with oceans of liquid crystal, ruins of civilizations long vanished. I began to understand her loneliness, why she smiled when I first stumbled aboard. You changed my path, she admitted one day, as we drifted near the rings of a dead world. I was bound to wander alone.